All right, we're out taking a walk, identifying trees today. What are we doing, guys?
Looking for maple trees.
Maple trees.
Sugar.
What kind?
Sugar.
We want to find the sugar maple trees, but what else could we tap? Red maple trees. All right, we got a big maple tree right here. The bark is somewhat smooth. As you go further up to the top, it's really smooth. That's an indication of a red maple, but we can also look at the leaves. Do you guys want to grab a leaf and tell me about it? All right, tell me about that leaf, Chase. What is that?
It makes kind of like a V.
A V right there?
Right there.
Uh-huh.
And that's an indication of a red maple.
Of a red maple.
If it makes a U, that's the sugar maple.
And how do we remember?
U and sugar.
There's a U in sugar. So if we find a maple leaf that looks more like a U and
sugar.
it's most likely a sugar. And the leaf we found here is what?
V.
So it's most
Red.
likely red. We can still tap the red maples. It's about 1% sugar, the sap on the red maples. But we'd love to find some sugar maples because those are 2% sap. So 2% sugar. 2% the sugar content. So the sap on the red, 1% sugar. Sap on the sugar maples, 2% sugar. Okay, we came down the creek a little further. We found a really big old maple tree. Enormous. And what do we think when we found the leaves underneath?
Sugar.
Show me. Show me the leaves.
It's rich.
Let me see.
Here, we put together to use U.
Yeah, Chase. Yeah, that's definitely looks more like a U and not a V, huh?
Yeah.
So we're pretty sure we just identified a sugar maple. It's got a lot rougher bark, and it's big enough that we could get 2 taps into this one easy, maybe 3. So that was a good tree find. That was a good find. We're gonna keep walking, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Not that far away. This one's look like it is enormous also with really rough bark. Just have to make sure it's a maple. What do we got?
A U.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we found our second sugar. Nice job.
Dad.
I think that's a different type of leaf.
Huh. Okay.
That didn't look like, it's a little bit too big to be a maple leaf. Find another one down there. You find any?
It's a red.
You think that's a red?
Yeah.
It's a big giant one.
Red. It's a red.
Yeah.
That's a V.
Yeah. That's a bummer. I thought we found another big one. Huh.
Yeah. What about that one down there?
It's a big old tree. Okay, so we need to mark how deep we're going to go into the trees. We don't want to go too deep and hurt the tree. So we're going to mark on our drill bit 1.5 inches. And the way we do this is with a piece of tape on the drill bit. Just measure 1.5 inches, put the piece of tape on the drill bit, and that way it'll tell us that not go any deeper than that. Look at this, get this out ready. Now we're ready to tap trees. And it's a 5/16 inch drill bit that matches up with our spliles here. These splines go tap them into the tree, and that's where the sap will flow. So this will be into the tree, a little bit of an angle. And we got these that'll hold rather than putting 5-gallon or 1-gallon buckets on the trees. It holds right here, and that holds on the tree, which will hold this bag. The way this works is there's an inner holder part. Put the bag up through the middle. Around the top. That holds it in place. This will go into here, slide it in, so it's secure, centered, and then this will hang on the tree. Spline will hold it, and we'll know how much sap and when to harvest it. Okay, we're back at the sugar maple here, and what you want to do is you want to tap the south side of the tree. So that direction right there, south, the sun's hitting it, and we're going to tap 3. This tree is so huge, we're going to put 3 taps on it. And what happens if you tap the south side, you get more sap going up and down with the freeze-thaw cycles. So really what we want is the temperature to go below freezing at night and then back up above freezing during the day. A little bit warm today, but we're hoping we'll get a little more cool weather. We're a little late in the season for tapping, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. Okay, so what we want to do is don't go directly in. We want to make a little bit of an uneven hole so that the sap runs downward towards our bag. So we're going to put one right here. Right here is about level, so we'll go like this. Sap runs down, and we'll drill. Now we have our 1.5-inch nail hole, and there's already sap coming out of there. Chase, taste it.
How?
Just taste it right there. Put it on your finger. Is it sweet at all?
Yeah,
It is?
a little bit.
Good. So we're just going to put our spline in. We just want to kind of just barely tap it until it feels real solid, and then that's plenty. And then we'll take the back of this and hang it on. It'll hold, and sap will start dripping in there. Here, maybe I can get some sap dripping on video here in a second. Just watch right there. Here it comes. Look at it go. That's great. Okay, we're gonna let that bag go.
Giant sugar maple tree with 3 taps in it.
And what's going on already?
We're already filling it with a little bit of sap. And then a little bit
How about
there.
this one? We just put this one in. Has it got anything
A
coming?
little
Little
bit.
bit?
A little bit.
What do you guys think of all this?
Cool. A little weird. Why is it weird?
Okay, so who wants to answer the question? How many gallons of maple sap
Will we get
does it take to make 1 gallon of maple syrup?
2.
2 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. Chase? 3 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. To make 1 gallon of maple syrup, on average, you need 40 gallons of sap. That's how much we got to concentrate it. So we will be gathering, and we're hoping to get half of a gallon. But once we gather all this sap, we'll then boil it down and get some syrup. Let's go tap our other tree.
Alright. I'm allergic to the sun, I think.
But it's a very nice day out.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Beautiful.
And then
And we got,
we just put this one in a few seconds ago, and it's already got a lot in.
okay.
And
What
then,
about that upper one? Have we got anything?
yeah, kind of. It's starting to drip.
Okay,
right at the
good.
bottom.
And then back right over there in the distance, you can see our big one with 3. So we got our 2, so we only got 5. It's our first year doing this, so we're just gonna try it with these 5. I know it's not gonna give us a whole lot of sap to then boil down, but it's just a start, and see how this goes. So what do we do during the pandemic?
We get maple syrup.
This is good stuff to do during a pandemic, I would say. We're all on quarantine. It's 2020 March, and basically the world shut down. So we're just trying to find some things to do out here in the woods and in the sunshine.
Tomlins, they're getting chickens in a garden.
Oh, Lisa's good friend Harlan is going to get some chickens in a garden to get her
My other friend apparently bought a cow. I didn't know that.
something to do, get through the pandemic. And who's your other friend that got a cow?
Allie Popovic.
Oh, so they're going to milk it or what?
I don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh, okay. All right. So here we are having a good time, and we got to get back inside because kids have some online schoolwork to do. No school right now.
Well, I don't.
Pandemic.
I don't. She does.
You will on Monday. You will on Monday, huh?
Yeah.
All right. You guys ready to go in?
Yep.
When are you going to check them? Tomorrow?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We'll catch you on the next one, okay?